Hello everyone. Here we are again to take our next poem from the book First Flight. It is poem number 5, the Ball poem, written by John Barrowman. Let us read about the poet first, John Barrowman. John Barrowman was born on October 25, 1914 and died on January 7, 1972. He was an American poet and a scholar who was born in McAlester, Oklahoma. He was a major figure in American poetry in the second half of the 20th century and was considered a key figure in the confessional school of poetry. These are various kinds of poetry, so this one being one. His best known work is The Dream Songs. Now let us have a look at the picture and let our imagination be at work and just try to think what this picture tells you. What idea do you grab after looking at this picture? Because since right now we are not in our real classroom, so I would not be expecting an answer from you, but yeah, I wish you people to let your imagination work and let your mind think a while. For you and on your behalf, I would be giving you an answer that a little child is there and he is standing at the edge of a river or a water body, and as we can see, a ball is far away. Maybe the boy has lost his ball, so that's why we say the poem's name is Ball poem. Actually, to certain extent yes, but the title chosen by the poet actually doesn't give us much idea about what the poem is going to be all about. The title, though, it arouses our curiosity and makes us think what the contents of the poem can be. The poem, of course, it deals with the ball being lost and how the boy deals with it, but that is only superficial meaning. In reality, it conveys much deeper meaning because it deals with process of learning to face a sudden loss in life, and how shall and how can we reconcile to the situation through this simple story of this little boy. And that's why the poet has given the title The Ball poem. Here in this poem, the ball is not actually a mere toy or a thing to play with. It is used as a symbol. The symbolism used through the ball is that the losing of ball can symbolize losing some family, losing a friend whom we love a lot, losing some materialistic possession can also be there. So seemingly, when we look at the title, it may give us an idea that it is just about losing a ball by a little child, by a boy. But in reality, it conveys a deeper meaning, a philosophical meaning. Now, how it happens that we lose somebody from our family or from my friend or whom we love a lot, God forbid, but this is the reality, that death may do us apart, or due to their responsibility or due to their job opportunities, when people, friends, family, they move away from us, then we have to bear the loss. Now, this loss can be anything. It can be a materialistic possession, like one of our favorite toys, or one of our favorite dress, or our house, or anything, or things or people who have a deeper impact on us, like our family and our friends. So, this poem gives us a lesson in this loss. Now, before we proceed reading and understanding the poem, we should ask ourselves certain things and questions. I would like to acquaint you with all. I would like to acquaint you all with a few points here. That everyone possesses something and then finally we lose it, because nothing is permanent here in this world. Why then we become so upset over losing something? Ask this question. Try to ponder over its answer on your own. Isn't it possible to buy another thing and be happy after losing something? What we actually love, what we actually are fond of? Now, let me give you a summary of the poem first. The poem is talking about a little boy who has lost his ball. The ball he was playing with. The ball skipped from his hand and went into the nearby water body. The poet says that this sight of the boy losing his favorite ball made him think about the boy and his reaction to the situation. He further says that the boy was helplessly looking into the water where his ball had gone. He was sad and he was trembling with fear because before this the boy did not know anything about losing, anything about loss. Now the boy got so immersed in his sorrow that he kept standing near the harbor for a very long time and kept on looking for his ball. The poet says that he could console the boy that he may get a new ball, or he could also give him some money to buy another ball. But the poet stops himself from doing so because he thinks that money may bring a new ball but will not bring the memories and feelings attached to the lost ball. He further says that the time has come for the boy to learn his responsibilities. This was his first lesson in responsibility. Here, the poet wants to say that now the boy will learn the toughest lesson of life and the lesson of accepting the harsh realities of life, that one day we lose our loved ones and our loved things. So, I hope you have understood what this poem is all about. Why should we not every time try to console others for their loss? We just can sympathize with people, we just can empathize with them, but each one of us being human, we need to understand that we all are mortal beings. Everything in this world is a subject to decay or destruction, or one day we are surely going to lose people and things from our life. So I understand the accepting the loss is a very difficult task, but we have no other way. If we keep on just cribbing over the loss, if we just keep on all the time thinking about what we have lost and we do not move on, then life would come to a standstill and we would never be able to move on in our life. This is the central idea, though summary in itself tells you the central idea, but let me once again try to brief you a little. It looks like a simple story of a young boy losing his ball. The boy is severely upset over the loss. Normally, it may seem like a great overreaction. We sometimes try to scold the children, why are you cribbing? Why are you just overreacting? It was just a mere ball. But just think, he's a little boy who has lost probably his first toy, the toy which he loved very much. So instead of scolding, we should give the child a little time. Here, the child is representative of all of us. Children lose things like their toys and balls quite often. Usually, no fuss should be made about such a small thing, but the ball seems to be symbolizing the poet's childhood. Now, through this symbol of ball, the poet is also telling us that this is not only the losing of a ball, it is losing of a phase of life. Because once realization dawns upon us when we are children, when we start gaining our first lessons in loss and gain, then that phase of innocence is gone and we embark into adulthood. The boy becoming an adult loses his childhood. He was clinging on to his childhood for so long. The poet accepts the changes in his life, although he is still suffering, yet he is learning to move on. And this is what we all should learn, to move on. Because human life is full of these ups and downs, these losses and gains. And if we keep on clinging on to one certain thing or one certain phase and we deny to move on, life is surely going to be very difficult for us. The true theme of the poem is that we should cherish every moment of life. Life is really very short. The poet realizes that it is very difficult to deal with the loss, but it must be done. We should move on as there is no use wasting precious time in life. I hope you have well understood what the poem is all going to be about. In the next lesson, We will read the paraphrases and the explanation. Till then, read well.